Imagine falling into a place where light has never reached. A creature of the land, belonging to the sun, now enters the eternal void of the deep sea. This massive body begins a long journey into the unknown. It is a sudden, unexpected gift for the scavengers that dwell in the crushing, lightless depths below. What happens when the world of the sun-drenched meadows collides with the freezing darkness of the abyss? A strange biological experiment is about to unfold before us. Just days ago, this animal roamed the vast green pastures, completely unaware of the alien world that would eventually become its final and most silent resting place. The contrast is jarring. From the warmth of the sun to the absolute zero of the trenches, the descent is a transition from one reality to another. As the sunlight fades into a memory, the cow passes through the layers of the ocean where the temperature drops and the weight of the water begins. We are leaving the world we know. Down here, the rules of biology change, and every scrap of organic matter is worth more than gold to the residents. The pressure is building with every meter. Thousands of pounds of force are pressing against the flesh, preparing it for the scavengers that wait in the dark. In this vast expanse, the carcass is a beacon of energy. For miles around, vibrations and chemical signals travel through the water, alerting the monsters of the abyss. The lifeless eye stares into the void, reflecting a world it was never meant to see. A world of eternal night where life survives in the most extreme. Prepare yourself to witness a cycle of life and death that is as brutal as it is beautiful. The feast in the dark is about to begin. At a depth of 1,000 meters, we enter the midnight zone. The pressure here is enough to crush the lungs of any surface creature in seconds. The weight of the ocean above is like having a skyscraper resting on your chest. Gases are compressed and the internal structures of the body begin to fail. Through the gloom falls the marine snow, a constant drizzle of organic debris that usually sustains the deep. But today, they are receiving a massive luxury feast. These tiny particles are the lifeblood of the deep sea, but they pale in comparison to the massive influx of nutrients this carcass provides to the ecosystem. We are now 2 kilometers down. The temperature is near freezing and the silence is absolute. Yet, the deep is far from being completely empty or dead. Small flickers of biological light begin to appear. These are the eyes and lures of deep-sea predators who have already sensed the arrival of the visitor. Strange, gelatinous beings float by, indifferent to the falling giant. In this alien landscape, a cow is an anomaly, as a strange object from another celestial body. Deep in the bathypelagic zone, life is a slow-motion struggle for energy. The scent of the cow travels far, carried by the slow but steady deep sea currents. The first hitchhikers have arrived. Tiny amphipods, the scavengers of the deep, are the first to taste the bounty falling from the heavens above. The end of the journey is near. The carcass is about to make contact with the final frontier, a place few humans will ever see in person. Impact. The cow touches the bottom of the world. The dust settles, but the peace will be short-lived as the local inhabitants prepare for the feast. It sits like a monument in a desert of mud. To the creatures here, this represents years of food delivered in a single, miraculous moment of time. The signal has been sent. From the mud and the shadows, the scavengers are waking up. They have evolved for millions of years to find these opportunities. Blind and patient, the first predators arrive. They don't need sight when the chemical trail of the carcass is as strong as a screaming siren in water. We are not alone. In every direction, the abyss is watching. The feast of the fallen cow is about to turn into a chaotic frenzy of survival. Enter the giant isopod. These scavengers are like giant pill bugs from your worst nightmare, and they have been waiting for a meal like this. Dozens, then hundreds of them swarm the body. They use their powerful mandibles to tear through the tough hide, seeking the soft, energy-rich tissues beneath the skin. There is no waste here. Every bite is a calculated move asking to store energy for months or even years of potential starvation that follows this rare event. The carcass is quickly disappearing under a moving carpet of shells and legs. But the isopods are only the first act in this grim, deep sea play. A true giant of the deep appears. The Sixgill shark, or a prehistoric predator that has remained unchanged for millions of years, arrives to take its lion's share. With a powerful thrash, the shark rips through the meat. Its teeth are designed for sawing through thick skin and muscle with terrifying mechanical efficiency and power. These sharks are the ghosts of the abyss. They move with a slow, deliberate grace, possessing a terrifying beauty that is perfectly adapted for the eternal night. The competition is fierce but strangely orderly. In the deep, wasting energy on fighting is dangerous, so they focus entirely on the massive windfall of calories. The seafloor is a scene of chaos. The sediment is stirred into a thick cloud, hiding the violence within as the sharks dismantle the cow's heavy frame. This is a rare opportunity for researchers to see these apex predators in action. Usually they are solitary and elusive, but food brings the whole neighborhood together. The big predators move on, their bellies distended with meat. But the feast is far from over. A new wave of smaller, more numerous scavengers is coming. Thousands of amphipods swarm the remains. They are the cleanup crew, entering the wounds left by the sharks to eat the cow from the inside out. They find every hidden pocket of soft tissue. Within hours, they will have hollowed out parts of the carcass that the larger predators simply could not reach. In the relentless pressure of the deep, decomposition is accelerated by these hungry mouths. The biological energy of the land animal is being rapidly recycled here. It is a grim but necessary process. In a place where food is so scarce, nothing is left to rot. Every cell is integrated into the abyss. The hagfish arrives, producing thick slime to ward off others. They tie themselves in knots to gain leverage, tearing away the last of the stubborn muscle. The scene is a testament to the efficiency of the deep sea ecosystem. For what would take weeks on land takes only days in this hungry, dark pressure. The initial frenzy is winding down. The soft parts are gone, but the story of the cow in the deep sea has only just reached its middle. Small crabs and snails move in for the final tidbits. They are the meticulous finishers, ensuring that not a single calorie of the cow is wasted. The face of the animal is now a mask of bone. It has been stripped of its identity, becoming part of the geological landscape of the seafloor. As the lights dim, the skeleton remains. For most creatures, the meal is over. But for one specialized group of life, the real feast has just started. Watch closely as the bones begin to change. A new form of life, stranger than any shark or crab, is about to take over the remains. Months pass in the silence of the deep. The skeleton, once white, is now being colonized by the most bizarre inhabitants of the ocean floor. A red carpet of life spreads across the ribs. These are not plants, nor are they typical animals. They are the bone-eating worms of the abyss. Meet the Osidax, also known as zombie worms. They have no mouths, no stomachs, and no eyes, yet they thrive on the hardest parts of the body. They use a unique biological trick, secreting acid to dissolve the bone and hosting symbiotic bacteria to digest the fats and proteins hidden deep within. The bones are being recycled from the inside. The Osedacs turn the rigid skeleton into a soft, living colony, extracting the final drops of energy from the land. Without these bacteria, the worms could not survive. It is a complex partnership that allows life to exist in one of the most hostile environments on Earth. The skull becomes a garden of death. What was once a symbol of the surface is now the foundation for a flourishing city of microscopic proportions. Small fish find shelter among the bones. The skeleton has become a temporary reef, but providing a home and protection in the flat, featureless desert of mud. They are sensitive to the slightest vibrations, even in the dark. They are part of a delicate dance of survival, reacting to the world around them. This isn't the only whale fall or cow fall in the area. These events are islands of life in a vast, empty sea, connecting the surface to the bottom. Eventually, the bone itself will crumble. The calcium will return to the water, and the memories of the cow will be dissolved into the chemistry of the ocean. Even the most intelligent creatures of the deep are drawn to these sites. An octopus investigates the ruins, looking for small prey hidden among the bones. It feels the life pulsing within the bone. Every inch of this space is now occupied, utilized, and valued by the diverse citizens of the abyss. In the darkness, the skeleton occasionally glows with borrowed light, but it is a hauntingly beautiful reminder of the connection between all things in nature's grand design. Even the slowest travelers find their way here. For a snail, this bone is a vast continent of resources that will last for generations of its kind. The deep is slowly reclaiming what it has used. The layers of mud begin to rise, threatening to hide the remains of the cow forever under the seabed. The teeth, the hardest part of the body, remain the longest. They are the final evidence of a life that once chewed grass in the warm sunshine. The cycle continues as the worms release their young. These larvae will drift for miles, hoping to find another bone to land on in the vast darkness. It is a needle in a haystack mission, but the ocean is patient, and the life it holds is incredibly resilient and persistent in its survival. The feast is finally ending. The energy has been extracted, and the zombie worms move on or die out, leaving a brittle, hollow shell behind. Brittle stars and other small scavengers scour the remains for the very last atoms of organic carbon. The efficiency of this process is truly staggering to behold. Gravity and decay finally take their toll. The structure weakens, and the cow's skull begins to merge with the surrounding sediment of the ancient seafloor. It is a quiet end to a dramatic story. The cow has been completely absorbed into the abyss, its journey from the meadows finally reaching its conclusion. Life goes on in the deep. The skeleton is now just a landmark, a memory of a meal that sustained thousands of lives in the cold dark. Soon, there will be nothing left to see. The ocean keeps its secrets well, burying the evidence of its many wonders beneath miles of water and mud. We take a step back to understand the bigger picture. This one event is part of a global cycle that keeps our planet's oceans alive and healthy. Scientists study these images to unlock the mysteries of the deep. Every bone and every worm tells a story about how life survives in the extreme. It all starts with the sun. The energy captured by plants on land travels thousands of miles down, to feed creatures that will never see the sky. This link is vital. The food falls from the surface are essential for the survival of deep-sea communities, acting as a bridge between the light and dark. Carbon is recycled. The atoms that once made up the cow's muscles are now part of a shark's fin or a worm's plume. Life is continuous. This experiment mimics whale falls, a natural phenomenon where the death of a giant creates a biological hotspot that can last for over a century. By dropping the cow, researchers can observe these stages in a controlled way, gaining insights into the resilience and diversity of the deep-sea environment. We are mapping a hidden world. Each study site is a window into the evolution of life and the ways our planet manages its resources. But technology is our eyes in the dark. These robots allow us to visit depths that would crush a human being, bringing back footage of the impossible. From the safety of the ship, we explore the abyss. It is a delicate operation, requiring precision and patience to capture the fleeting moments of deep-sea life. Sometimes we find species that have never been seen before. The attraction of the carcass brings the hidden diversity of the ocean right to our lenses. Every sample is a treasure. Back on land, DNA analysis will reveal the secrets of how these creatures evolved to eat bone and survive the cold. The small things matter most. These worms are key players in the global carbon cycle, helping to sequester carbon in the deep ocean for millennia. The impact is massive. One carcass can support 1,000 times more biomass than the same area of empty mud, creating a temporary oasis of life. It's not just meat, but even wood and plants from the land provide food for specialized deep-sea creatures, showing the total interconnectedness of our planet. From the surface to the abyss, life is a single, continuous web. What we do on land affects the deepest parts of the ocean in ways but that connection goes both ways. Our waste also finds its way down here, threatening the delicate balance of the systems that sustain the abyss. There is so much more to learn. We have only explored a tiny fraction of the ocean floor, and every dive brings new questions and wonders. As we leave the skeleton behind, we carry with us the knowledge of a hidden world that is both alien and deeply connected to our own. The journey back is a reminder of the scale of the challenge. The deep is a vast frontier that requires our respect and our protection for the future. On the surface, everything seems peaceful, but we now know the secrets that lie beneath the waves, the drama of life and death in the dark. We are the messengers of the abyss. Our goal is to share these stories so that the world understands the importance of the life we cannot see. The fallen cow is more than just a carcass. It is a symbol of the incredible resilience of nature and the endless wonders of the deep sea. The mission ends, but the research continues. The data gathered here will help us protect the oceans for generations to come, ensuring the cycle continues. Years later, the site is quiet. The cow has fully integrated into the earth of the sea, its atoms scattered across the vast, dark plains of the abyss. The legacy of the visitor remains in the lives it sustained. The energy of the sun carried by the cow continues to pulse through the deep sea. The ocean is a mirror to our souls. It is vast, mysterious, and reminds us of our place in a much larger and more complex world. There are still so many monsters and miracles left to find. Every dive is a chance to see something that has never been seen in human history. We know more about the surface of the moon than we do about our own seafloor. It is the last great mystery on our home planet. Curiosity is what drives us. The same wonder that makes us look at the stars should also make us look down into the deep blue depths. The story of the cow in the deep sea is a story of connection. It reminds us that no matter how far apart worlds seem, they are one. In the end, the darkness is not empty. It is full of life, full of stories and full of secrets that are waiting for us to listen. The abyss is the inner space of our world, a place of cosmic beauty and terrifying pressure where the rules of the surface simply do not apply. We must protect this world. The deep sea is not a wasteland or a dump, but a vital organ of the living earth that we all share. As the moon pulls the tides, we are reminded of the rhythm of our planet. A rhythm that includes the deepest trenches and the highest mountains. Listen to the heartbeat of the ocean. It is a slow, powerful pulse that has been beating for billions of years through every change and every era. The abyss is calling to us, inviting us to learn, to explore, and to understand the true nature of life on this beautiful blue planet. Will you look down? Will you embrace the mystery and the darkness? Or will you stay on the shore, afraid of what lies beneath the waves? The choice is ours. The deep sea is waiting, and its stories are far from over. This is only the beginning of our journey together. The cow is gone, but the mystery remains. Thank you for diving into the darkness with us today. Until next time, keep exploring the unknown.